All right. So we've got a 30-minute gentle sequence ahead of us today. So any props that you like to have, by all means, please have those. You can use blocks. We'll be on the knees for just a portion in the beginning. So sometimes it can also be nice to have a blanket or a towel or something like that, if that would feel better. But for today, we are going to start in a half frog position. But actually, before we get there, let's just come down to crocodile. So for crocodile, we're on the belly, palms stack. You can have your forehead down, one cheek down. It's completely your choice. But let your feet fall open and wide first. Arms are wide. The body's just heavy here. And then when you get there, find your breath. And as you draw in a deep inhale, notice how the rib cage presses down into the mat. It expands out on all sides. And then exhale, just soften. Allow your body to be just fully supported here. And take a breath in. As you exhale, slide your right knee in line with your right hip for a half frog. So 90-degree bend in the knee and in the ankle. And your left hip's going to want to roll open. So can you just allow it to soften? And then if it would feel okay, take a breath in and lift the foot towards the ceiling. So I'm keeping my knee down, but just lifting and lowering through the foot. So it's a little rotation of the hip. And just explore that for a few rounds of breath. One more. And then lower. Slide the right foot back in line to meet the left. And settle for just a second in the middle. And then left knee draws up into that half frog, left ankle flexes. Breathe for a moment. And again, just explore what it feel like to just internally rotate the right hip as you lift and lower the foot. Couple more. Settle. And slide the left foot back to meet the right. And again, just allow the body to settle for a moment. Breathe. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. And then draw yourself into a Sphinx pose. Elbows stack under shoulders. Fingers are wide here. Feet are still open. Draw the chest up and through, lift out of the crown of your head. Just feel that gentle back bend. If there's too much compression, you can slide the elbows forward and just take the bend out of the back. As deep a bend out of the back is still a back bend. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we'll move into broken wings. So slide your right arm out. Think like a T in line with your shoulder. Your right ear, your right cheek comes to the mat. Left hand comes in front of the chest. I'm going to roll open onto my right hip and kick my left foot over or come in a fetal position. Just breathe into the right shoulder here. Breathe in. As you exhale, slowly lower the belly. Slide the right hand back. Now left leg goes, or left arm goes out like a T. Left ear, left cheek to the ground, and then kick it over. Inhale, draw back through center. And as you do that, come back into crocodile one more time. Opposite hand may be stacked. Just let the feet be wide and heavy again. The shoulders settle. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press up and back into your child's pose. Grab one of your blocks as you come back into your child's pose and slide the block, or just set the block to the right side of the mat for just a moment. And just settle back into your child's pose. Sphinx is a little bit of a back bend, so this just counter stretches a bit. Now that block's on the right side of your mat, so I want you to reach your left arm over, and fingertips are just going to drape across the top edge of that block. So it's like you're really reaching away. You want to create a strong open line through left side of body. Then make an L with your right hand in that bottom right corner of the block. It's just kind of like an anchor here so it doesn't pull back. So keep the chest up here, draw that left hip towards your left heel, and begin to just soften. Notice if you can push the block further away or if you want to pull it closer back towards you, but just breathe through the left line of the body here. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. Slowly begin to rise. We'll just slide the block over to the other side. So now same thing. I'm going to take my right arm, reach over and across. Left hand anchors. Big, deep, full breath in as I draw the right heel or right hip towards my right heel. And then maybe soften. And just breathe through the right side of the body. Inhale. Slowly rise out of that. We'll move into tabletop. We'll be on the knees for just a bit. So again, if you want a blanket or a towel under your knees, you can set that up. And then find your tabletop. Keep the toes untucked here. Drop the belly, lift the gaze to find your cow pose. But then as you exhale, curl the toes under and find your cat. So really press through the spine. Inhale, untuck your toes, drop into cow. Exhale, round, tuck the toes. And do that for a few more rounds of breath. Inhale, come back to your neutral spine. Shift your weight onto your left shin. Just slightly float the right knee above the ground. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, draw right knee to the back of your right tricep. Now take it out laterally to your hip. And then all the way up, think donkey kick, sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Draw it back to your tricep. Lateral. Rotate it up towards the ceiling. One more time. Back of tricep, lateral, donkey kick. Now take it out laterally. We'll reverse to your tricep. up to your donkey kick. Lateral, tricep, reverse up to your donkey kick. One more time, lateral, tricep, donkey kick. Take it back out, lateral, extend the leg long, set the foot down, tuck your left toes, and just rock into your lateral movement here. The back toes are tucked to get a little stretch into that foot. If you'd like, you can set the hips down for just a moment, get a little bit deeper stretch into the inner thigh and into the foot. And draw shoulders over wrists and tuck your toes. Now slide the right leg behind the left, little crisscross. Send your hips back for like a crisscross child's pose. The hips won't come all the way back, but just notice the stretch through the hip. Inhale, draw shoulders back over wrist. Set your right knee down. Open up, modified side plank. So right hand, right knee is down. Reach your left fingertips over your ear. Let your head be heavy. Little rainbow arch here. Now drop your right hand half bind behind your right hip. And again, let the head be heavy so you get that little stretch along the side of the neck. Unwinds, come back to tabletop. Right knee picks up. It taps the back of your right tricep. Step to the outside of your right foot. You're in lizard lunge. Maybe you grab a block here so that you can really lift through the crown of your head and just circle through the hips. Maybe front to back, side to side. And you're going to drop into your twisted lizard. So right foot drops open, left hand comes wide. Bring your right hand to the inside of the thigh. And just let the body open here. We'll stay for just a couple more breaths. Take another inhale. As you exhale, toes come back to 12 o'clock. Tuck your back toes, press into a wide pyramid here. So with that, a block again can be really nice. Your back heel's not going to touch the ground. That's okay. But draw the right hip back in line with the left. So if your right hip's really forward, draw it back. Try to press as straight as we can through that right leg without forcing. Let the crown of your head just be heavy. Draw that left heel towards the ground so you get a stretch in your calf as you do that. Now inhale, lengthen your spine. As you do that, we spring off that left foot. Left foot steps behind right. So you've got crisscross feet here. Find your fold. Ooh, the outside of that left hip could be talking to you a little bit more. Now squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, slowly rise all the way to a stand. Reach the arms up and overhead. Catch your left wrist, little side body stretch. Inhale back through center. Step your feet wide. Cactus out your arms. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Pelvis can press forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Step it back. High plank. Sorry, I just lost an AirPod. In that high plank, just pause. Knees can be up or down. Then slowly lower all the way to the mat. Take your hands off the mat, so cupcake hands, feet can come wide. Inhale, lift through the heart, cobra. As you exhale, drop your right shoulder towards the earth, look over your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop left shoulder, look over right. Inhale, center. Same thing, right shoulder drops, look over left. Inhale, center. Left shoulder drops, look over right. Come back through center, hands come back under your shoulders. Big, deep, full breath in, press it up and back. Downward facing dog, pedal it out. Take an inhale. As you exhale, knees come down, tabletop. We pause, take a few rounds of cat-cows. And then neutral spine. Shift your weight into your right shin. Float the left just for a moment. And then take that left knee to the back of your left tricep, take it out laterally, and then donkey kick to the ceiling. My ankle's flexed. Bring it into your tricep, lateral, rotate, donkey kick. One more time in this direction, tricep, lateral, donkey kick. Now we reverse, lateral, tricep, up through the middle, donkey kick, lateral, tricep, donkey kick. One more time, lateral, tricep, donkey kick. Take it out lateral, extend through the legs, slowly lower. Tuck your right toes and rock a bit front to back. Maybe you settle into the right toes for just a moment. Stretch out the foot. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, slide your left leg behind your right, crisscross, send your hips back. Draw shoulders again over wrists, set the left knee down, modified side plank, open up. Big side body stretch. And then take your half bind, right hand wraps around the low back, let your head be heavy. Come back to tabletop. Pick that left knee up, tap your tricep, then step to the outside of your hand, lizard lunge. Again, your block can be really nice. You might need to adjust that back knee. You can wiggle the hips open, make circles. And then just settle into your twisted lizard. Right hand comes to the ground, left hand comes to the inner thigh. We'll stay for several breaths. And breathe for another 2. 1, come back through center, take your toes to 12 o'clock. Both hands can still be on the inside of that foot. We're in this wide pyramid. So with the hands on the inside of the foot, it targets the inner thigh just a little bit more. Obviously, also the hamstrings. So you want to draw that left hip back in line with the right. You can even kind of reach back to your tailbone and see if you're off centered that way. That's how I like to gauge. And then just breathe into the tight spots. Invite ease in with the exhales. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale that spring forward, right foot steps behind the left. You're in your crisscross fold. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, slowly, slowly rise all the way to a stand. Reach the arms overhead. Catch your right wrist, side body stretch. Back through center, step the feet wide. Find your cactus arms again. Draw the chest up, chin up, pelvis presses forward. Breathe in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, step it back. High plank, pause there. Full deep breath in. Knees up or down, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift through your chest. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. And we'll take just a couple breaths in our down dog. We feel that stretch through the chest, around the armpits as you press your chest back to the tops of your thighs. Breathe in. Exhale, come down to the knees. Grab your block. We're going to come down to the back from here. So we'll just come to a comfortable seat and just have a block nearby. As you lower to your back, hug your knees in, make some circles. Now hug your right knee in, let your left leg go long. Really reach out through the sole of that left foot if that would feel okay. You can also keep your left knee bent if it doesn't feel good. But we want to feel this through the front of the left thigh, and then you've got compression on the right side with the right thigh. Now send your right foot to the ceiling. Point your right toes as you interlace your hands behind your hamstring. And now flex the ankle as you hug the knee in, and just do that. Inhale, press away, point the toes. Exhale, flex, draw in for just a few rounds of some nerve flossing here. And send the right foot straight to the ceiling. You can flex the ankle, breathe into the hamstring. Take a breath in. As you exhale, half happy baby, you can catch the big toe, the back of your thigh, the outer edge of your foot. But notice if your left hip draws up off the ground, you can anchor with your left hand a bit as you draw that right knee towards the earth. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release, spinal twist. So left hand finds the outside of the right knee, right arm reaches out. Draw it over and across. Inhale, draw back through center, hug both knees in. And then left leg hugs in as your right leg goes long. And send your left foot to the ceiling. Again, you're going to point the left toes, interlace hands behind your hamstring. Now exhale, bend the knees. You flex the ankle. Inhale, press away, point the toes. Exhale, pull it in. And then we land just on our static hamstring stretch here. Breathe in. As you exhale, half happy baby. Again, you can catch the big toe, back of the thigh, outside edge of your foot, whatever suits you on this side of the body doesn't have to match the first side. Inhale. As you exhale, release that grip. We'll find our spinal twist. Use your right hand to guide your left knee across the body. Inhale, draw back through center. Hug both knees in for just a moment. Massage everything. And then set your feet down to the mat like you're setting up for a bridge. Take your block, slide it under your tailbone. If you don't have a block, it's fine. Your hips can just stay on the ground. Draw one knee in and then the other once you're settled on that block, and just send both feet to the ceiling. Let your arms go long by your side. Close down your eyes for waterfall. Take a breath in. As you exhale, gently lower the feet back down to the mat. You can stay on the block if you want for Shavasana. Maybe coming into pontoon by sliding the legs long so you get this really deep full body opening, or you can come off the block and come into your traditional Shavasana from there, your choice. But we'll take just these last couple minutes to be still in a shape that serves you. And take a deep inhale, inviting awareness back into your body. And if you're still on the block, you can walk the feet back and set the block out to the side. And then on an exhale, we draw one knee in and then the other, hugging them back into the chest. Maybe finding some rocks again along the spine. And settle to your right or left side for another just couple closing breaths here. Just allowing yourself to be fully supported by the ground. Then use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. When you arrive, just let your palms be heavy on the tops of your thighs. You can close down the eyes or just gaze gently forward. And take a deep, full inhale, filling up with all the goodness of your practice today. Exhale, let that go. And draw your hands to prayer at heart center. Thank you so much for showing up in this space for yourself and for one another. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within you.